Hey YouTube, OPMarked here, bringing you another video. Today we are going to be going over 10 tips and tricks that the pros are doing in Warzone that you need to be doing. Let's get into it. And the first thing I want to go ahead and talk to you guys about is the Redeploy Balloons here. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is I'm just going to walk up to it and I am going to deploy off of it. That does cause the animation here of me actually hooking onto it, as well as at the very top deploying off it. That does take about 4 seconds or so. Now, if you want to go ahead and bypass this and actually make it quicker, what you can actually go ahead and do is you can do kind of a running jump or just a regular jump and then deploy. That actually skips that animation, cutting off about an entire second of that, as well as it eliminates the risk of you getting shot off it immediately from that animation. And the second portion here, what I'm going to be covering is the zip lines or the rappels up to buildings and what you can actually do to them. If you go ahead and look here, we went ahead and timed it just perfectly right, where you can go ahead and actually jump up and over. And the second one, you can actually jump at a certain time and then you can go ahead and mantle up. That way it eliminates again that animation there of climbing up the zip. Now the next thing here, what we're going to be doing is showing you exactly what happens. Unfortunately, this Timmy did enter our testing field, so we did have to go ahead and take him out. But what we're timing here is basically the time it takes to run from point A to point B with a weapon versus a kill streak. Now, running with a kill streak does reduce the amount of time it does take. You just run basically a lot quicker with it. If you can go ahead and see here, it takes off almost a second again to run 40 meters. And this next tip here, the looting cabinets or the medical cabinets are actually now really worth it, as you'll find a lot more self-res in it. So make sure to keep your eye out on that. And the portable radar, these things actually got an insane buff when Urzikstan was released. So they did extend the time duration as well as the proximity duration, or should I say the proximity range, up to about 78 meters, I believe is what it was. And they are everywhere on the map. As you see, I just found 2. I'm running over here to the zip line. Again, I'm going to be using these smokes for cover. That is something we're going to cover in the future here very soon. I'm going to go ahead and smoke back to this building here because I do want to take this fight. What I'm going to go ahead and do is pop this proximity radar here, and I'll go ahead and notice here on the minimap that I actually see 2 enemies. I see one taking a zip, as well as one at the black side over there. If you pay attention, you'll actually see that this enemy above me is landing back on my roof. And this radar is lasting the entire time, so I know exactly where he is. I'll go ahead and push him, take him out. And I know that there is a second person here as well, so I'll pop my second radar. I'll look at my minimap or my regular map. I know exactly where he is. I see him over here. I'm going to go and try and take him out, and then eventually I will go ahead and kill him because I know exactly where he's at. Also, these last for a very, very long time, and honestly, like I said, they're scattered throughout the map. Now, the next thing we're going to be going over is using cars for cover. I did not park this car here. I basically found it here when I was running. This guy on the roof challenged me, so I went ahead and took cover behind the car. Now, it is important to know that once these do blow up, they actually do leave a husk. But what we're going to be doing is using our smoke here to kind of cause a distraction and then shoot at him, and then use that time to go ahead and push the building here. Again, we're going to be using another smoke to go ahead and take this zip line out of here. We're going to alternate with that jump mechanic as well to eliminate the animation of the zip line slash rappel. And then we're going to go ahead and hold him out here, but it looks like he already took the zip in front of us and was trying to hold us out. We ended up seeing him and taking him out. And again, this is what I'm talking about here, using a vehicle for cover. I actually have had this endgame happen to me multiple times already, and I haven't had any cover to use, and I've been in a tricky spot. So if you do have a car here that may be weak or anything, for just scientific purposes, we're going to go ahead and blow this up just to basically showcase that situation of your car being blown up and there being a husk here, and maybe somebody's on this hill trying to hold you out. What we're going to go ahead and do is basically use this as a head glitch of sorts. Shoot back, try and get this guy killed, anything that we can do to go ahead and eliminate that person. Or what we can go ahead and do is we can try and use smoke grenades as concealment. That way we can go ahead and try and push up the hill. Like in this clip here, we popped 2 smokes, we pushed through the smokes up the hill. There obviously isn't anybody up here, this is just testing, but these are examples of things we can do to go ahead and use these smokes in our favor as concealment to push up and eliminate a threat. The next thing I want to talk about is the inventory management. Obviously, this is plunder, so the bag is a little bit larger, but we're going to go ahead and put all of the consumables or things we can actually use in the front of our bag. That way, when we need to access them or equip them, it doesn't take us so long. This next tip here If you are floating in after being bought, or you're just floating in general and you need to provide some comms for your teammates, you can actually swap your FOV from 120 or whatever you have it at all the way down to 60 really fast if you set it as a favorite setting here. And what you can go ahead and do is you can actually ping people. You can see people a lot better because you are in 60 FOV, allowing you to see all the buildings and terrain, everything like that, more up close. And then once you're done there and you provide your comms, you can go ahead and swap it back really fast in the, like I said, the favorite settings menu, back up to what you originally had. That way you can then land and help out your team. And the next thing here, if you guys snipe or you guys are playing on top of any buildings, anything like that, you can use that airstrike to go ahead and down a player as well as fool them once you have downed them with either your sniper or if you're just shooting at them. This is incredibly valuable. Obviously, if you don't have the means to go ahead and fool that person, you do have an airstrike that you can go ahead and call in. If you see here, I went ahead and I downed somebody. This is actually kind of a crazy snipe here, but I pulled out the airstrike, I called it in, and I ended up getting a double kill without even being close to them. I think I was 700 meters away, and that is the value of having an airstrike if you are playing with this specific play style that I usually do. And again, if any of you guys want to get any of this information before YouTube does, before we upload it here on the channel, we do stream every single day on Twitch. I will leave the link at the top of the description. And obviously a big shout out here. I want to go over the cache map here from Neanfo. I will put his information in the description below as well. He went ahead and cached out the entire map here. If you go ahead and check, you can see all the caches there. There are a bunch of regain spots you can use these from. They all drop between, I think, $2,000 and like $9,000, and a bunch of boxes and things like that, self-reses and kill streaks. So if you go ahead and you can map out some of these, I did just drop a video on how to get your loadout in under 30 seconds. You guys can go ahead and check that out as well. I do appreciate you guys taking the time to go ahead and watch this video. If you guys liked it, make sure you drop a like. Comment if you want to go ahead and see me do more of these or other ideas, things like that. And go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We are really close to 11,000. I would appreciate it. As always, guys, stay safe. Have a great rest of your day, night, morning, whatever it might be. And I shall see you guys on the next one. Peace.